Good evening, teacher. Thank,
Good evening.
okay. Thank you for joining us today. We are university students conducting this interview for our curriculum studies, assignment on three issues affecting curriculum development in Malaysia. I am Christy, and these are my group members, Arif and Fateh. We appreciate your time and would like to learn from your experience and perspectives regarding technology integration and digital learning, the assessment-oriented education system, and the use of artificial intelligence AI in education. To begin, could you briefly introduce yourself, including your teaching experience and the subject you teach?
Hello everyone. My name is Nurul Fatini binti Zulkifli. I am teaching English language at SMK Bandar Tasik Selatan. I have been teaching there for 4 years. Before that, I taught at private school, Ikhlas International School, and also Sekolah Menengah Tionghoa Kuantan.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, teacher. Now, Arif will proceed to Arif will proceed with first issue.
Hi, teacher. Teacher Fatini, my name is Muhammad Arif Saudin. Regarding the first issue, is regarding technology integration and digital learning. For my first question is, how how has the use of technology and digital learning changed the way teaching and learning take place in your school?
Okay.
And my second question is, what challenge have you experienced when using technology in the classroom, and what improvement do you think could make digital learning more effective?
Okay, for the first question, how does the technology and digital learning change the way of teaching and learning? There are four ways how it is affected. For the first one, for teaching English language through reading, right now we are doing Nilam, and then the students have to do Nilam on their application, the Delima application. Compared to previous time, they need to record on their Nilam book, but right now no, they have to record it online. And then the number two, for number two, homeworks right now are given in soft copy form through WhatsApp. So we don't have to photocopy and also send the worksheet to the students anymore. So I am comfortable in using WhatsApp to give the questions, and then students copy and do the questions in their exercise book. And then it is also helping in terms of giving homeworks during the school holiday. Like I give them 5 essays, and then they have to copy in their exercise book. Okay. And then for number three, technology help the students to access notes for examination on Google site. Okay, because I on Google site it's like a blog in which I posted notes and also tips and sample essays that the students can access to their phone and then to study a night before the examination. Okay, because English language is difficult. It's not like sejarah and also geography. For sejarah and geography, they have their specific topics, but English, no. There is no specific topic. So we have to help the students on how to study. Okay, and the last one is digital tools also allow teachers to use videos, presentations, and resources to make lessons more engaging to students. Okay, for the second question, what challenges have I experienced? The first challenge is our classroom is in terms of facilities, because our classroom does not provide built-in projector and built-in screen. So the teachers have to carry their own speaker, they have to carry their own laptop, and they have to buy their own projector. Like myself, I bought my own projector, which costed me 3,000 ringgit just for this one small projector. Okay, so the improvement is I hope that my school can provide a room, English language room, just like what has been done by Sekolah Menengah Seri Sentosa, because SMK Seri Sentosa, they have their own English room in which the teachers can access and use the room, and the teachers don't have to carry their own devices and also tools, so it is easy. Okay, the second challenge is for online quiz. When we ask the students to do online quiz, not all students do it on time. For example, I ask them to do between 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. and then we can review the answers in the classroom. Not all students can do that because number one, they are being distracted with social media and also games. Number two is because they don't have device. They share device with their family members, in which one of the students, he needs to wait for his mother to come home, then he can do the practice. Okay. All right. So that's all for me for the first issue.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Fatini. I understand with how the way teaching changed with digital learning and a few challenges that you have faced. So as part for the next issue, I will pass to next person. Thank you, Teacher Fatini.
Thank you, Ari. Okay, the second issue is assessment-oriented education system. Okay, the first question is, do examinations still strongly influence the way teachers teach and students learn in secondary school? Based on your experience, can you share an example from your school or the Malaysian education system?
I don't think examinations strongly influence the way teachers teach, because right now we have to do CBA, classroom based assessment, or penilaian. I don't remember the Malay term, but it is CBA, classroom based assessment, in which we need to give them TP or tahap penguasaan 1 until 6. So thus we need to create variety of assessments to assess them. For example, we ask them to do projects, we ask them to do presentations, and we ask them to do portfolios. Besides that, I don't really agree that examinations strongly influence the way teachers teach, because in SPM, for subjects like physics, biology, the students, they have to do amali science. Okay, and in which amali science tested their skill in using the apparatus and others. So I don't think examination strongly influence the way teacher teach.
Okay, okay, teacher. Okay, the second question. What impact do you think an examination-oriented education system has on curriculum implementation and students' oral development, and what improvements would you suggest to make the assessment system more balanced and effective?
Okay, for the first part, what impact do I think an examination-rated education system has on? Um, the impact. Okay, so if we focus on examination-oriented system, exam can narrow the curriculum because teachers may prioritize examination content over creativity, communication, and also critical thinking. So we should not focus on exams only, because if we focus on exam only those students who have good memorization skill can excel it, and then students who are not good at memorization might not answer the questions well. So the curriculum needs to be altered so that all students with different capabilities and abilities can also be assessed fairly. Okay, and then number 2, what improvements would you suggest to make the assessment system more balanced and effective? Okay, so adjustment is that I think what we are doing right now is already good, because we have CBA, classroom-based assessment, in which CBA asks them to do projects, portfolios, and then role play. Like yesterday, we have CBA and also PPD, but not in English language, but the science students, STEM students, we have carnival STEM, and then the students need to set up different booths, and then they have to explain the concept in the subject. Like in physics, they have yesterday Princip Pascal. So when I visited their booth, the students, they need to explain what is Pascal, the system Pascal or something like that. And then we evaluate them. So that is CBA or PBD. They need to explain their projects. So improvement, would I suggest to make the assessment system more balanced and effective? I think what we are doing right now is already good, but we need more training and more time because CBA and PBD is very time consuming. Okay.
Thank you, teacher, for your information. Now, now I will pass to Fatin to proceed to third question. Sorry, third issue.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Christy Susan. So my third issue is like the artificial intelligence AI in the education. So currently, like, what is your opinion on the use of AI tools such as ChatGPT, grammars, and translation apps in English language learning? And how about they have the effective teaching and learning in your school?
In my school, I don't really ask the students to use AI tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly, and translation apps because I think AI tools will not make them AI tools are not really good in terms of making more thinking more clearly. What I mean is that I don't really encourage my students to use all of this because if they use this, they will not practice how to think critically. Okay, so if I give them essay, I will do it in the classroom. I will not ask them. I will ask them to do at home, but uh, I will not like promote. If you cannot answer this question, you can use ChatGPT. I will not promote that as a solution because I want them to think. Okay, and then for Grammarly as well, I don't also expose them to Grammarly because we teach grammar in the classroom, and then if they have questions, they can ask us directly. For Grammarly we just identify the mistakes, but Grammarly does not explain why it is wrong. So in the classroom, we teachers can explain to them directly. Okay, and then for translation apps, they also don't use translation apps, and I don't recommend it. For translation apps, maybe in terms of dictionary to ask the
Dictionary.
definitions and others.
I
Online dictionary.
So, is it have the affected the teaching and learning in your school?
Affected? No, because they don't use. Because I don't promote these AI tools to them, except in terms of poster making.
Poster making, I see.
Yes.
So, and then the second question is, what are the challenges and the concerns do you have about the student using AI for the English assignment and assessment, and about what if improvement that you would like to suggest to ensure AI is used effectively and responsibly?
This is a very difficult question for sekolah menengah. Challenges. What I worry the
Challenge.
most, what I worry the most, they might not think critically about a certain issues. They just depend on answers from ChatGPT. They don't want to think, and this is very bad for their future. Okay, and then it might make them to embrace this culture of parroting. Parroting is like burung kakak tua. Burung kakak tua, they just imitate people, but they don't understand what they are imitating. So I am worried with that. I don't want my students to just follow without arguing and without reasoning. So that is my concern. An improvement would you suggest to ensure here in the question? What improvements would I suggest to ensure AI is used effectively and responsibly? For my students level, Form 1 and Form 2, like I said just now, I don't promote it to them, but in Form 4 and Form 5, we have this competition, Jejak Juara Kuala Lumpur. And those participants, they need to deliver a speech like pidato. And then their pidato speech is being checked by us. We check their originality by using this specific AI tools. I forgot the name of it. But the process is very difficult. In terms of we have to buy the application, and then number two, the students, their ideas is original. However, the website told us otherwise. So I think I underestimated my students' intelligence.
Understand? Because
Hmm.
mostly AI like nowadays almost same like we use same every day, right? Mm.
Memang idea tu from the students. We can see the student wrote the ideas, but AI like no, this is not original. They underestimated my form 3 students.
Understand. Okay. So thank you so much, Teacher Fantini. Because of spend your times and I give the answers to our questions. So I will pose to Arif. Continue to Arif.
Okay. Okay, Hello Tiffany again. For this part, just like you know, there are three issues, which is technology integration and digital learning. Second issue, assessment-oriented education system, and the third issue is artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Okay, Teacher Fatini, among these among these three issues, which do you think has the greatest impact on curriculum development in Malaysia and why?
The biggest impact, I think number what was the number second issue? What was the second
AI,
issue?
artificial intelligence in education. That's the third.
AI.
AI is the third issue, isn't it?
Yes.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the issues number one is technology integration and digital learning. Number two is assessment oriented, and number three is AI, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
I think the biggest one is assessment oriented. Is the
Assessment
biggest
oriented.
issue.
Or for
Ah,
and may I know why? May we know
oh,
why?
I think assessment oriented education system, we need to pay attention to it because we are building future generation, and this future generation, they need to think critically, and they need to argue, they need to reason very well. They need to use AI in a good way. They should. I think assessment oriented education system, like just now we have CBA and also exam, isn't it? Okay,
Yes.
it's CBA and examination complements each other. So we need to focus on these two compared to AI.
I
And then
see.
apart from that, I need to add something because my spouse, he is working in a technical position, doing in like he okay how do I say this? He is working as an engineer in Keteh with a oil and gas company. So when I look at his work and everything and the way he talks about his industry, uh, he needs to create a product, okay, to save money, to help the environment and everything. So what he is doing right now is related very well with number two, second issue, assessment oriented education, because if we don't apply CBA and also exam, CBA classroom based assessment and exam, uh, we might create a future generation who are not able to think critically to solve the future problems.
I see.
Faham
So
tak?
faham.
Faham,
Understand.
faham, faham. Yes,
Okay, so
understand.
Jumi is from your opinion, assessment oriented
Uh,
education is very important. uh, for
Yes.
for students because for future generation because
Yes.
um, if they can think critically or
Uh,
simple term is out of the box, right?
yeah.
Without out of the box solution or without out of the box thinking,
Mm.
we may worry about our future generation. Uh,
Mm.
so without that thinking, without that critical thinking, uh, we can improve. Is that right, teacher?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. So 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 your greatest concern is second issue, which is assessment oriented education system.
We
That's the great.
teachers need more training on it and more time to do it.
I see that is very concerning issue. So I think that's from my part. So I will pass it to Fatin for her part. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Thank you, Arif, and thank you so much, Teacher Fatini, for your times, once again, for your times and sharing your thought, so with us. So we really appreciate that your valuable insight about the education system, the CBA. Also, I learning a new thing about the CBA system, the education system right now. And thank you so much for your cooperation today. So that's all for conclude our interview today. Thank you so much and